Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be talking about 6 secret encounters that John Marston can have with old characters where he fondly remembers Arthur. These are super wholesome moments, but it also shows you the incredible level of detail that Rockstar has established here. Now, we've talked about some similar instances like this in past videos where John will actually run into older members of the gang, whether that be Mary Beth or Rains Falls or Pearson at his new job at the general store. And we've also seen John start to hear the voices of old gang members at the campsites throughout the game. Well, today we're going to be running into characters that you might have thought were more of an afterthought, but Arthur left a resounding impact on them. And that is really cool. Not only does it show you how important Arthur was to people that you wouldn't even have thought really mattered, but also for these characters to remember him years later when John Marston interacts with them. So let's start with our first interaction today, and that is with Hamish. You guys might remember Hamish. He owns the Dutch warm blood Buell. He also is like the veteran with the missing leg. Arthur helps him out, and if you actually don't complete that quest line with Arthur, you can return as John, and they have a really wholesome conversation. Take a listen to this right now.
Hello, sir.
And who might you be?
A caller, John Marston. Years ago, a friend of mine helped you retrieve your horse. You became friends?
Oh, yeah, Arthur. Yeah. How is he?
Sorry to say, he passed soon after that.
That's a shame.
I read about you in his journal. Been calling in on folks.
Well, I'm grateful I'm one of them.
How you keeping out here?
Keeping fine, thank you.
It's all right then, is it? Living out here, away from civilization?
Civilization. Yeah, I saw what civilization and industrial advancement will get you in the war. Progress, well, it ain't always progress. Besides, I ain't lonely up here. I got company.
Yeah, I guess.
Come look at these. Arthur caught that.
Huh, did he?
And he killed that with his hands.
That's quite something.
Yeah, I got the whole of nature up here. And I'm gonna make the most of it, as long as there still is some.
Our next character we can run into is homeless vet Mickey, who is a veteran of the Civil War and asks Arthur for money at 2 possible spots in Valentine. However, if you visit him in the epilogue, he'll have a really cool conversation with John.
Mister, hey there. Mind if I join you? Mind if I talk to you? Fellas sometimes mind, and sometimes they don't mind, and ain't no way of knowing.
I don't mind.
Oh, I like you. You're kind. I like kindness.
I ain't so kind.
Now, that ain't true. Ain't true at all. Most folk won't spare me the time of day. But you did. You did. And it was real nice. Real nice. Can I hold you, mister?
Whoa, I got a woman.
I'm sorry, mister. I didn't mean nothing by it. I just kind of like folk, but most folk don't like me.
No harm done.
Ain't ever harmful to be held, mister. Only most folk find me creepy and strange, which ain't nice.
I guess not.
What's your name?
John. Or, Jim.
You don't know? That's funny. Used to know a fella a bit like you. A few years back. Crazy kind of fella. But he had a heart on him.
What was his name?
I forget. Funny face. Alan. Or something, I think. He didn't like me much neither. But he was okay.
I think he died.
They always do. The good ones.
He weren't a good one. He was, well, he was good and bad, and it's hard to say quite what he was in the end.
That's so.
Sure, that's so.
I can kind of see that. Well, it's been fun talking, mister. My name's Mickey.
Our third character today is Joe Butler. Similar to Mickey, he fought in the war. He is a one-legged former Confederate soldier, and he can be found outside Rhodes. Now, as Arthur, you can have 3 conversations with him, and you can actually have a 4th and final one as John in the epilogue.
Howdy, mister.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Okay. And you?
Well, only got the one leg. Been standing here since about 1870 and slowly starving to death.
Sorry I asked.
Don't worry about it. Hey, say, you a Yankee?
I'm not sure.
You know, there was a fella I used to see with you a few years back. He was tall.
I don't care what century
And a
it
moody
is,
face.
still full of
Yeah,
shit and piss.
Arthur.
You don't say.
He died, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
He saved my life.
Is that so?
Hotter in the clap today.
You didn't always seem the type.
No. No, he didn't.
Well,
Our next character today is Widow Charlotte Balfour. So Arthur actually finds Charlotte at her lowest point. He helps her hunt and get her life back on track. And you can visit her as John and you bring her the sad news, but you also get to see how Arthur affected her life and how well she's doing right now.
Hello there. Can I help you?
I think you knew a friend of mine. A fella called Arthur Morgan. Came by and helped you with some hunting and skinning probably 7 or 8 years back.
Yes, of course. Or I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for him.
Unfortunately, he passed soon after.
I figured he might not have had long left. Such a shame. He found me at my lowest point and he lifted me up.
Glad to see you're doing well, ma'am. He wrote fondly of you.
Oh, I couldn't be happier. Listen, it's a long way out here. You're welcome to take whatever you need from the house for your travels.
No, that ain't necessary.
Please, I have everything I need and more. But he gave me the ability to survive. And now I'm writing. Any friend of Arthur's is a friend of mine. Please take something. It would make me happy.
Well, that's very kind of you, ma'am.
This interaction is interesting because of the way the dinosaur bones are laid out. Deborah McGinnis, in the mission A Test of Faith, you actually have to finish collecting the dinosaur bones as John. And the final conversation you have with Deborah, you tell her the sad news about Arthur, but then she shows you the amazing work that you two were able to accomplish.
Hello there. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Arthur's. He passed a few years back, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I've been sending you the bones since then.
Oh, I wondered why there was such a hiatus. Well, come in. I cannot wait to show you the fruits of your labor. You'll be quite amazed. I was right, of course. Quite right. I shouldn't.
And the final interaction today isn't necessarily a unique character per se. It's an event in Saint Denis called the Fundraiser. It's this lady sitting on the side of the street who's trying to raise money to build an expansion for the Quincy Harris Memorial Hall, which is a shelter for homeless veterans and their families. And I feel like this ties together really well with how Arthur interacted with Mickey and Joe and all the other people that needed help throughout the game. And if you decide to donate, it will cost you $20. However, if you return in the epilogue, you'll notice that Arthur Morgan's name has been commemorated forever on the side of this brand new building. and you can see that his name is listed there. And that is really, really cool. It's just a special little detail. You can see the Quincy Harris Memorial Hall. This hall was erected to honor and commemorate General Harris by the Quincy Harris Memorial Hall Committee with the support of the citizens of Saint Denis. And you can see there's a couple on there. In particular, you can find Arthur Morgan, and that is pretty cool. Now, another interesting name that I found, especially if you've been playing Red Dead Online, look 2 lines below. You can see Mr. and Mrs. Jessica Leclerc. That's the same lady from Red Dead Online who sort of leads you through like the main campaign missions. That's sort of a cool little Easter egg right there, that she also donated to the Quincy Harris Memorial Hall. And what's interesting is, since Red Dead Online takes place before the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, this would be like 7-8 years later. So that's kind of interesting right there. But anyways, that right there is 6 secret encounters that you can have in Red Dead Redemption 2, where John Marston fondly remembers Arthur Morgan, and other players fondly remember Arthur Morgan as well. I thought this was a really cool video to make, and it just goes to show you the amazing level of detail that Rockstar put into Red Dead Redemption 2. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.